Hey guys, welcome back. This is me again, and today I'm going to be talking about the 5 reasons why you are not improving in chess and why you will not improve in chess if you keep on doing those things that you do. Now, the reason I'm doing this video is because lots of people are asking me very often, like, Asaf, how do I improve in chess? I'm not improving, I'm already stuck on the same rating levels for a very long period of time. What am I doing wrong? So I thought it's going to be a good idea to share some of my experience about those stuff with you guys. And bear with me because the things I'm going to say here might be kind of might sound sometimes obvious. They might sound like you're already doing them and you still do not improve. But I'm going to be addressing exactly why it's very important to do those stuff and do this consistently. Okay. Now, first thing that people very seldom do is very critically analyze their own games after they finish playing them. So if, for example, you have 1 hour a day studying chess, if you choose to play 10 games of blitz or even 2 games of rapid, you play them, I don't know, you win, you lose, doesn't matter, and you consider this to be your daily chess routine and you expect to improve, that's not probably not going to happen so much. You do gain some experience by playing, but if you're not very critically analyzing your games and trying to figure exactly where you went wrong, why you made those mistakes, also a very good question, because an engine, for example, can show you where did you went wrong. Like move number 23, you made a bad move. The evaluation dropped from being +2 to your side to being I don't know, only 0. Like the position became suddenly equal, and then you say, okay, that's where I went wrong. That's it. Okay, now I learned my mistake. No, because also you need to ask yourself one more question: why did you make that mistake? That's also a very good question, because if you made this mistake because you miscalculated, it's one thing. That means maybe you need to work on your calculation abilities. But maybe you made this mistake because you didn't understand the position too much. That's a different type of mistake. That means you need to do some other things. Or you made a mistake because you didn't know a move which is just theoretical in the opening. Maybe you need to study your openings better. So very critically analyzing your games, asking yourself the right questions. Guys, this is very important. And if that's something that is difficult to do on your own, obviously you might hire a coach, do some chess lessons. You don't have to, but if you're gonna do this yourself, you will need to be super duper focused and critical about your own games. Now, the second thing, which is slightly related to the first topic, please, guys, try to minimize as much as possible your usage of chess engines, because at least until a certain point, like if you are watching this and your rating is, I don't know, 2200, and you're trying to break through to being 2400, then obviously you must need to use some engines, maybe to analyze some openings, or because it's becoming a little bit difficult to analyze your games without engines. But if you're an average chess player, you're rated 1600, 1400, maybe even 1700. Looking at those numbers that the chess engines show you might tell you 0 to nothing most of the time if you don't understand exactly how to analyze with the engine. And for many of you, those might be just very dry numbers, like, okay, I had +7, now I'm +1. Okay, like what the hell does this mean? So try to analyze by yourself. The best process, if you do want to use the engine, is analyzing on your own, trying to understand by yourself what you think you've done wrong, where you could have played better, and then you can compare with the engine's evaluation. That might be a better process than just going on and analyzing everything with an engine and thinking that you have done some huge research on the game. No, that's not the case, guys. You have to be much more critical about those things in order to improve significantly. Now, the third thing, which I think is very important and not many people do often, especially in the online chess community, is analyzing or reviewing games of strong players with annotations. So basically, if you just scroll through a game, you do like that with your, your keyboard. You review some game of Magnus Carlsen, a 28 move victory, and you go like, oh yeah, okay, that's a very nice game. Oh yeah, he won. Oh, that's a nice checkmate. Okay, good, next game. Okay, now that's not called analyzing a game. Analyzing a game is basically sitting there, ideally with some annotations of the player itself, if not annotations of some other good players, grandmasters, trying to explain you some key ideas, key motifs, some strategies that they use. Those things are super duper important, and it's a completely different thing. You might look at the same game with annotations or without annotation. You're going to see it's a completely different thing. I mean, after going through the game with some very good analysis of somebody who made it very well, you would feel that like you've learned so much more than just scrolling through the game. It might be fun to do, but you don't actually learn too much from it. Now, where do you get those annotated games? If you have ChessBase, that's ideal. The ChessBase program that most chess professionals use, that would be probably the ideal thing to do. There are many annotated games there. If you don't have that, you don't want to get that, I'm sure if you search online, there are enough information. We are in the area of information, guys. You can you can search online. You can find tons of information. It really depends on how well and how much dedicated you are, basically. Now my fourth point is going to relate to all those people that don't have the patience to study, let's say, books or any type of more old-fashioned stuff like that, and they mainly study some chess courses online or watch some YouTube videos. If you do that, that's obviously not a bad thing. But if you choose to do that, I strongly recommend watching good quality videos, that try to explain some themes, maybe explain some ideas, explain good quality videos that you actually learn something. If you watch a video of, I don't know, Hikaru Nakamura plays 2 hours of a bullet game, that obviously is very impressive. He's playing very good bullet. He might win some games, and you would be like, oh my god, how does he do that? But are you improving from that? No, you learn almost nothing. And that might be, even in some cases, even self-destructive, because you watch a player which is very, very, very high rated, and if you are, let's say, a 1400 rated player, not only you won't learn too much from that, you might try to implement some things that you think you've seen this guy do in your own games, not really realizing what you're doing, and you might actually self-destruct your game a little bit by studying wrong, or thinking that you're studying, or trying to kind of copycat some very strong players. Which brings me to my next point. If you choose to watch some people play and try to learn from them, I think ideally you want to be learning from somebody who is slightly better than you. Like, if you are rated 1900 on Lichess and you want to improve to being 2200 rated, maybe you should consider watching 2200 rated players. How do they play? It might be easier for you to grasp exactly what they do that you don't do, and then watching some games of, I don't know, somebody rated 2800, and you just don't understand what is going on. This is why me, for example, if I want to watch something and feel like I'm learning something, I'm following players on YouTube and this kind of things which are rated when the 2700 rated, about 200 points above me. This way I'm really feeling like I'm learning something, because I feel like I'm strong enough to understand what they're doing, and to grasp what they're doing, their thinking process, and what do they do that I'm maybe failing to do sometimes. And that's the way. That's the way to go, guys. This is something very important. Try to learn from somebody who is better than you, but not maybe not much better than you, that you cannot really grasp what he's doing. And my final point, guys, play quality games. Play slow time controls. If you want to improve and you play only bullet and blitz, you know, don't expect to gain anything from that. Those are obviously very fun. You can spend a lot of hours playing blitz or bullet without even feeling like time has passed. But are you going to improve from that or not? Maybe, but obviously not as you would improve by playing some slow time control games, actually thinking about things, trying to understand the position. Because bullet and blitz is all about instincts. It's all about I guess you do improve a little bit in some ways by playing quick time control games, but if you want to improve your overall understanding of chess, maybe it's not the way. And obviously, if you're getting used to do that, and at some point you decide to go and play some serious chess tournament with a clock, with a long time control, you might just be completely lost. You wouldn't know how to think, how to use your time, how to go deep into the position, versus just thinking for one or two moves ahead, trying to maybe create some traps or tactics against your opponents, which is what the average online player does. So this wraps it up. I really hope all of those points helped you to have an idea of how to improve your chess a little bit. So basically, analyzing your own games, minimizing usage of chess engines, analyzing games of strong players with annotations, watching quality videos, playing slow games, and trying to learn from people who are slightly higher rated than you. To wrap it up, these are my best advices to you and tips. One last thing, guys, if you enjoyed the content of this video on this channel, please click on the like, subscribe, don't be shy. That really helps me develop my channel and gives me motivation to upload more frequently. That's all I ask. Just subscribe, click on that like button, comment a little bit about what do you think, what is your kind of chess improving routine, what do you do that you think helped you to improve. Maybe give us also some tips in the comment section. And as always, I was really happy seeing you guys, and take care, be healthy, see you guys.